Welcome to this throughput and latency test of the EDS-1040G Ethernet Delay Simulator manufactured by East Coast Datacom, located in Rockledge, Florida, USA. This demonstration will provide users with what to expect in the EDS-10G performance for packet throughput and the measured latency results. In this test, we'll be using 6 LAN ports on the EDS-10G, 4 ports of 1G, and 2 ports of 10G. We will be testing with the Expo IQS8830 dual 10 gigabit line rate tester and also with 2 dual port IQS8510B 1G modules. The Expo is fully FPGA based and true line rate testing. We're going to perform an RFC 2544 test for throughput on all of the EDS-10G LAN ports at the same time to simulate a load on the system. Expo is a top-tier manufacturer for the telco markets, and they are best known for their accuracy. Now, let's create a 10G emulation on each of the LAN ports. So we'll go to the emulation tab. We'll do add. We're going to give the profile a name. Up here you can see the LAN ports that we're going to be using. We're going to select the ports. Now we're going to the default rules. We'll select a constant delay for this test. We'll add 35 milliseconds. The bandwidth is 10 gigabit. We also have advanced rules, none of which will be used for this area, but you have packet reordering, packet duplication, or corruption. So we're going to save the profile. And now we're going to turn the profile on. Also, you'll notice there's 2 other profiles running. Those are the 1G profiles that we've already pre-configured. Now let's switch over to the Expo tester, and we're going to hit start on the 10 gigabit. So this is the progress. You can see the throughput, which is beginning to start. There we go. Lots and lots of 64-byte packets. In the RFC 2544 test, there are 7 frame sizes that are sent, each one at a time, 64-byte packets to 1518 packets. The hardest frame size to continually digest in any user system are 64-byte frames. The Expo will throttle the line rate for error-free transmission until a clean throughput is registered multiple times. So while this is running, we're also going to turn on 2 other RFC tests on the 1G side. This is 2 ports. You can see this is bidirectional, port 1 to 2, 2 to 1. This test is starting. We'll also turn on a 3rd test. There, that's all done. And we have lots of traffic running on the EDS-10G. 6 LAN ports at the same time. Okay, while the Expo is running these tests, let's move over to the EDS-10G and look at some of the stats with the test running. We go to our Statistics tab. So now you can see all the transmit and receive byte counters and packet counters. We have no drop packets. It shows you where the emulations are set up with their delay, bandwidth, 1 gigabit, 10 gigabit. There's a little graph over here that you can click on. This is a packet count. During RFC tests, basically the traffic comes out in bursty modes. So you're seeing real time of packet throughput on a 1 gigabit port. And we can go down to a 10 gigabit port. Again, this is just a number of packets. And there's a dashboard also here, which is throughput. This throughput you'll see on a wide range of up and down because the Expo is sending waves of traffic to the box, so you're going to see the traffic go up and down. This is throughput of the box. This will start registering here in a second as the traffic flows come in and out. You're seeing 2 Ethernet ports here, ETH 22 and 25. Go down to the 10 gigabit. This is throughput graphs. If we had the Expo set up in a constant generation of traffic, you'd see just a constant flow coming across this area. I think he may be done with his test. So let's look at some of the other tabs. You've got at the top, you've got the what I call them LED tabs up here that show the interface status. Management 1 is green because it's plugged in and operational. 2 is not plugged in, you'll see red. The running profiles are yellow. You've got the emulation tab. This is used to create the emulations. Your statistics tab. System settings tab. This allows you to do system updates, reload the factory defaults. You've got the user management where you can set the roles and permissions for each user. You have the management configuration. This is for the management ports to manage the box. There's 2 ports. One that will always default back to a known address. Second port you can configure to any address that you wish. There's a help screen and an admin screen. The admin screen is a logout or change the password if you're the admin. So we'll go back to the stats. Should be close to the test stall ending. I see that the packets have all ended. So now the real telltale is let's see the results. So on 2 of the ports for 1 gigabit, we can see this is the throughput tab. 1000 megabits is our setting. 1000 megabits is the throughput for all packet sizes. Pretty impressive. And on this, the latency we had set to 500 milliseconds on each port. So you can see it's very, very accurate for the throughput and also for the latency. Throughput was full line rate. Latency was 500. and we've got pretty much right on the nose at 500. Let's go to the other 1 gigabit. We're going to see the throughput, all line rate, all packet sizes. I think this latency was set at 100, and right on the nose, 100. And then the 10 gigabit, we've got on 64 byte frames out of 10, we've got 7.3 and 7.8. That's pretty good. All other frame sizes are fully line rate. And the latency was set at 35 milliseconds, and we're right on the button with 35 milliseconds of delay measured on each channel. Again, this was 6 ports all running at the same time. Pretty loaded on a system. And I think that's pretty good results. The EDS-10G is a cost-effective test solution based on COTS hardware and coupled with leading-edge proprietary software with an embedded user space application, user space drivers, all based around Intel Xeon processors, and the latest Intel server NIC cards. The system is available with single or dual redundant power supplies. The typical EDS-10G system costs less than $12,000. Which includes 3 years of warranty, support, and system software upgrades. I hope you have enjoyed this demonstration of the EDS-10G throughput and latency test.